Hi, it's Jez from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. So back with my Edith Holden book. I've literally just finished filming so I'm just carrying on. So in the last episode we made these, I made that off camera, we made these full page pockets using the mini book. So that one's a top loading pocket, and I did a side loading pocket as well. And here I've done a side loading pocket, but what I decided to do on this one was make it so it was a double pocket. So it's still a single sheet. I just folded it in half, did me little 2 divots, and yeah, and then just sort of rounded the corners like that. So just to have a little bit different. And I put another one of those like trims at the top that I did here, which you saw me do. So vellum pocket. Now there isn't much left to do, but I thought that's so nice, but I wanted to, what my thoughts are, because they don't match in the least, is that I'd do a vellum pocket and then maybe make a tag that's a bit more this beautiful blue colour there of the starling, sort of almost jadey, so that it looks pleasing, but then you can take it out and you can still see those lovely bits of autumn underneath. So I'm just thinking, do I want to tuck it down there, or shall I just take it all the way across and then I've got options? Yeah, let's do that, Jez. All right then. So I'm gonna do this about, let's see what 4 inches looks like. Let's go 3.5. No, let's go 4. So yeah, that's a good height, I think. So we want to come in a bit. I might come in all the way to there, which kind of means that I could probably have done it at the top, but never mind. Oh, let's do 6. Let's give us a 4 by 6. That's what we've done. 4 by 6. Yeah, that'll be lush. Liking that. So obviously I've lost my slipper. There it is. I was just noticing that one of my feet was feeling a little bit cold, because we've had a bit of a drastic change in the old weather, haven't we, in the UK? I am filming this right at the beginning of September. I think we're on the 4th, possibly. And yeah, we've had like monsoon rain. I've actually been soaked to the skin a couple of times going out, yeah, I don't like it. I've had to wear socks. I hate that bit when it gets to the stage where you're wearing socks. I remember one time going back to school when I was a teacher, not as a student, and I was still wearing no socks, and I think it was October, and one of my kids said, "Miss, it's October, it's freezing. You really need to start wearing socks again and proper shoes. Your feet are going to get wet." It's like, no, I'm not ready for it. I love not having socks on, but I do get cold. So, yeah. Right, so that's basically it. But what you do find is when you glue, you can see through the glue on vellum, which isn't ideal. So we've got to do something to try and cover that up. So I'm just gonna put the glue on it, and then we'll see about how we cover up the glue marks. There are some tape pens that you can get that allegedly. Don't leave the marks, which it's not perfect, and I don't like using tape pens in anything that I want to last, because the stickiness on them doesn't last. And so yeah, I don't like using them, because I don't want it to all fall apart. Now then, that's not straight, Jez. There we go. So this in my glue bottle is Collard glue, a UK glue, widely, well, I presume it's UK, it's widely available in the UK, and I'm reliably informed that it's like Beacon 3-in-1. It's a solvent glue. It's not an instant stick. So you get a bit of wiggle room. And it always adds a little bit of strength. So if you were to glue a bit of ordinary copier paper to like a book page, it'd be like adding some extra GSM or poundage to your paper. It sort of dries with a bit of solidness. I'm just taking off a bit of glue that oozed. Now looking at that, the line round it, actually I don't mind. It's not that bad. That's not that bad. It's not glaringly obvious that there's glue there. Now what I want to do is maybe come in a little bit with a bit of Distress ink. So that it blends even more. And I could add some labels and things, but actually I want to read that we've got hazelnuts there and we've got acorns there. So I'm going to leave that as it is. I'm going to do absolutely nothing else. The decoration is going to be in the tag that I put in it. So there we go, easy peasy lemon squeezy, that wasn't it? It sure was. Now, was there another easy peasy little fix I was going to do? There was. You wanted to do a scrappy pad, Jez, but you haven't given it any thought. You haven't given that any thought. So we're not doing that. So we're doing this then. We're doing this. This was my idea, wasn't it? That I was going to create a bit of a hinge here. And that was going to be a journaling spot. And then we've got like the header page of what it is. Yeah, that is what you were going to do, Jez. So I am going to score down that to create a bit of a hinge. So I've lost me stylus thing. Well, I haven't lost it, but I can't lay my hands on it, shall we say that. I've obviously put it somewhere. I changed up my jars and things, and changed them up for tins that they'd got me for Christmas one year, and they were elsewhere, and I thought I want them on my desk. There we go. Because I want to see them. So these like old-fashioned label things. He bought the labels off Etsy. You could have paid a lot more to have them attached to a tin, but he did it himself. He cleaned the tins and he stuck them down himself. So they're very special to me. that he did it with his own fair hands. And yeah, so I decided that I wanted them actually on my desk and not hidden somewhere, forgotten about. So I'll have that on there, and then it's going to open up there. So I want to have something down there as well. Right, let's stick this down on the back. So I'm going to cut this down. So you get a little pencil. I thought I had a pencil near me. You did. Thought so. Right, I'm going to cut down there, and I'm going to cut up there. That's it. I'm going to use my deckled edge because that's how I've cut the rest of it. So pencil mark there. There we go. So that should be where I want it now. Nice little journey spot. Of course, with this being sort of on the edge, it will be a little bit not so easy to write on, but I'll manage. Where there's a will, there's a way, isn't there? So I got up yesterday and realised that it was the 3rd of the month, which is my last day for my printing credits with HP, and it was like, oh, I haven't been crafting very much, so I haven't printed very much, and what I have been crafting is not been using many kits, so I've really not been printing. So I've like wasted so much, and this is what I'm going to say. So I'm going to use some colour on this, and this will make it all a little bit stiffer. Yeah, so I haven't been, but I am going to use glue stick as well. I haven't been printing, and it's like I've wasted my monthly subscription. You know, I've printed some, but you know, I pay for 100 pages, and there's a limit to what will roll over. Once you hit 300 of the rollover, nothing more rolls over, so they're wasted, they're gone. So I was like, oh, how much have I printed in August? Bearing in mind I was away for the good part of August, and yeah, 4 pages, and I think James printed them, tickets up for a festival he was going to. So it was like, right, so you need to rectify that situation. So I am going to be doing a collaboration soon. By the time you get this, it might be happening. Anyway, I'm not going to say anything about it, just in case, because it hasn't been launched or announced or anything. Just the gathering of the collaborators. So anyway, but the kit was shared, so I thought, oh, well, I'll print off the sheets that I want from that. So I did that. So nowhere near 94. 6 even, 96 I had to do. So it was like, well, what else can I do? And something I've been doing over the last 6 months since I lost Ed is I keep reading all these like memes and motivational things, and I'm looking for my glue spreader, but I can't find it. Oh, it's there, Jess. And yeah, and I mean, sometimes I read them, sometimes I repost them on Facebook, sometimes I share them with other people that I know are, you know, grieving. And I thought, actually, I've been writing a journal every day an electronic one. And it's like, why don't I want to sort of start a sort of physical journal. And I thought some of these little meme things, poems, whatever, are really nice, and actually would be the start of thoughts. I read them and I think about things, and it's like, well, that'd be really good in a journal if I have the memey thing, and then I write my thoughts about it and how it's made me feel reading that. Yeah, I've done it electronically. I've like copied some into this electronic journal, and you know, I've written about it. So yeah, I thought, so yeah, printed a load of them off. Still not enough pages. And then I said to James ages ago, I really need to get some of the pictures from the slideshow I did for Ed's wake. Get that printed off. So I went through and printed them off as well, so that they can maybe go in the same journal. That was my thoughts. So hang on a moment. Okay, that was a little bit of talk of the devil, talking about James, and there he was. He's off out climbing, and he yeah, just talking about whether or not we're going to get a takeaway or a ping meal, because the oven's not black in situ yet, because it can't be put in back in until the floor's in. So we've got microwave and air fryers, rice cooker, and so we just thought, well, he's trying to persuade me to say yes, have a takeaway, but I'm like, spending a blooming fortune. I'd rather just have a microwave meal. So I think I'm gonna lay that down, and I got a bit sticking but and it was like, am I gonna go for that one? Shall I go for that? I think that colour, yeah, I think that's too bright. Yeah, I'll go for that one. So I'm gonna do like what I've done before, cut that a bit around. Let's do that, yes. Yeah, so I am going to have a mega mass make of Edith Holden ephemera when this is done, because I'm going to need loads and loads of tags and journaling cards to go in all these pockets and tucks that I have made, because I've not made any. Well, I made some for the 3 pocket thing I did, but mostly I've not made any. So yeah, need to do that. I mentioned in my last video that I discovered Faith in Grits. She's making an Edith Holden. So she is using things that she's bought in like charity shops that have a sort of an Edith Holden feel about it. Now I've got things like that as well, and I'm just deciding whether or not I actually want to be a purist and just use Edith Holden, or I want that kind of scented, or if I want to I'm going to take a bit off the top and bottom. If I want to, you know, add some of those little bits. I haven't decided yet. Jury's still out. Take a bit off there. Take a bit off there. Yeah, so I got time to think about it. And think about it I will. So, got that. Got that. Do I want to round these corners? I'm thinking, because I've deckled edged it and it's gone up to the edge, I'm thinking that a rounded corner on that, yeah, it would be too close. So I'm not gonna, that's that decided. And I've just done this to give it a little bit, because that's only a tiny little bit on the hinge, so that'll just give it a little bit of something extra. I wanted to cover up that as well. So what have I got that I can put in there? Have I got a little birdie? I think I might have. I think somewhere in here I've got a little bit of an Edith Holden scrap with a bird on. Have you just? I thought I did. I thought I did. I thought I saw it when I was flicking through. Yeah. Yeah, I did. That's what I thought. I thought I did. So, what's going on there? Right, let's fussy cut that out. I did think that'd be says a bird sits brooding in the snow. Oh, we might have snow in January. I'm just wondering if actually I'll put that in its entirety on there. Oh no, but that's going to cover it up. Put it over the top. Right, let's get something sorted. Right, what I'm going to do is, it's already ripped, so let's do that. Yeah, and that's ripped. So shall we like fussy rip? Concentrating. That's why I've stopped talking. I wish the bottom was ripped a bit, but yeah, can't have everything, Jess. Can't have everything. Right, let's come in here a bit. That'll work. That will work. and then that will poke under there. You just see a bit of the bird behind that there. Yeah, and then we've got room to write. Room to write. Yeah. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Right, so ink up this. Oh. So because this is my second video in a row, I can't remember what I've been talking about. Whether the last video I gave you the full story of moving things out of the kitchen ready for me flooring and the disaster with the fridge freezer, or if that was this video. Anyway, that is the way it is. So I am going to glue this down. I know I'm going to ink this up first because I want to do it so that this might not be quite, just in case I need to poke it under. Snowdrops, I love a snowdrop. I'd been out for my walk today. I had to. I was so stressed, so I went out to walk to de-stress really. So I went around the charity shop. So I've got some goodies for my next haul video. So that was good. I am going to decide where's this gonna go. Yeah, so I'm gonna glue and put a bead of glue along this bit to stick it to that strip, because that will make it easier. It's already glued. That's what I think anyway. Right, got a little bit of wigglage. Let's just double check. That's where you want it. Yeah, that'll do. So, not going to glue that down with that because I want a bit of wigglage. So we'll glue this bit down. And then the only thing left will be a scrappy pad to do, and whatever we're doing at the front and the back of the book. Got an idea? Got a little idea. Brewing in my head. That's pretty. So then we want to glue that down, but I want to lift this a tad. There's me pushing it right down, forgetting that I wanted to lift the blooming thing. So well done, that woman. Right, let's just lift you up a tad. There we go. No arm done. No arm done. Not really. There we go. So let's stick glue on the back of this. I was having trouble with this earlier, and it's because I literally was away for best part of 2 weeks, and so the glue hadn't been used for 2 weeks, possibly longer, and it was a really hard sort of like ball of glue stuck. There we are. Do that. That's where we want you. Yeah, so I had to get that out. It was driving me mad. I'd stuck a pin in it. It weren't working. And I'm like, what's going on? It never clogs. But then I don't normally leave it that long. It's a long time since I've kind of been away for that long. Ed and I started only taking like 1 week holidays. We used to take 2 weeks with the kids. But when we were going away on our own, we started only going away for 1 week. Oh, I meant to ink. Oh, never mind. I want to ink that edge. There we go. Yeah, so it's a long time since I was away for 12 days. Actually was a really long time, and I'm not sure I'll do that again. So I slushed that. I'm going to leave that as that. So that's that page. So yeah, that is. So I've got to sort this out and do the thing at the back. Decide. I've put that there because I'm not decided. Sort that out. There. So what did we do today? We did that and we did something else. We did. What else did we do? That. Yeah. So that's that. So it is just a scrappy pad. Oh, I've got to do something there because I was going to put that birdie thing in there. So yeah, I've got to do something there. So that might be a second. That might be a scrappy pad as well. So I've got that page and this page somewhere there. So pocket or scrappy pad. So maybe scrappy pad near the beginning, scrappy pad near the end. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll change my mind, do something completely different, but that is what I'm thinking right now. So tune in for another part where I'll do that. Okay, hope you're okay. Take care and see you in the next video. Bye for now.